Hey everybody! I hope you're all having a great new year, and I'm sure you're all glad, like I am, that 2020 is over. So welcome to 2021, and this is my first video. I am finishing up a 2-week holiday break and I'm about to go back to work as a teacher. And during my break, I really got into making wallets. I'd made several of them in the past, but I got several new patterns. I tried some other ones that I had and hadn't used yet, and remade previous ones just to see how my skills had improved. And what you can see here is the result. So if you are new here, go ahead and click subscribe. That would be great. So then you can be notified of any future videos that I do. I don't post videos very often anymore because I am a full-time teacher and it takes a lot of energy. So anyhow, eventually though, I can see myself making this into a series because there are so many wallet patterns out there, and there's a lot of them that I still want to try. So first off, if in case anyone's wondering, the 3 patterns in the back, obviously not wallets, but I put them there just as a backdrop to block kind of the mess that's back there. This is the Everyday Tote from Bagstock. This is the Santorini Tote from So Hungry Hippie. And this is the Daisy Crossbody from Blue Calla. So these are 3 of my favorite prints. They're just so cool, so I thought they'd make a nice backdrop. But let's get into the wallets. The first one I'm going to show you is the Necessary Clutch Wallet. This one is extremely popular. It's from Emmeline Bags, and there are so many hacks available. There is a Facebook group called NCW Addicts, and in their files they have tons of different hacks, like different flap shapes and a bigger size, different pocket configurations, and things like that. This one was just made as instructed, but without the flap accent. So this one here, I made this might be maybe 2 years ago, and this is Tabby Road from Tula Pink, which is out of print and very difficult to find, which is kind of sad. And then you can see on the back here, I got a little kitty cat on there. And then I used a twist lock. And you can see in here, this was, again, my first NCW, and I did make a rookie mistake of using the fusible Peltex. And you can see there are little wrinkles in here. But besides that, you can see it's got this really cool accordion thing going on here. Tons of card pockets. There's 8 here. There is another 6 here. And then a pocket for your cash. And then another one right here. And a center section. This would be great for a phone. And then a little zipper pocket too. So you can see that. And it's got the cool Tula Pink fabric throughout. So for me personally, I don't really care for wallets this large, so I was very happy to see a mini version of the NCW, or Necessary Clutch Wallet, and this was done by, I believe it's Tangle Web Design, and they did the pattern as a companion to the original NCW and got permission from Emmeline Bags to do that. So you can actually get this pattern on her website. And you can see for this one, this is my second time making this, and I'm really quite a fan of this. I like this size better, but I use a magnetic snap instead of a twist lock. And I use this great Essex linen on the outside, and then this really beautiful Allison glass print for the lining. And you can see it's got the accordion style again, and instead of sewing the sides like I did on the original one, I used rivets. And I find this to be a lot easier. It's hard to kind of get this into your sewing machine under the presser foot without distorting everything. So I just found that a lot better. I just used 4 rivets and much easier. So you can see this one has the same configuration, it's just a little bit smaller. So we got our lovely zipper pocket in the center there. These 3 areas, we got bigger pockets and card pockets. Very cool pattern. This is one of my favorites. Another one is, this is from Cereal Bag Makers, and it's called the Rozy, R-O-Z-Y. And this wallet utilizes a metal frame. And we flip this open so you can see the inside. And this is what the inside of the wallet looks like. It's got 8 card slots here, or actually 9. And then there's 2 additional ones at the bottom. There is a little zipper pocket. And then 2 large pockets right here for cash or whatever else. You may be able to fit a phone in here, but I'm not quite sure. I have not tried it. So it's very cool, and I used a glitter canvas on the outside. That inside fabric was an Allison glass, and then another print that I don't recall the source of. And one of the cool features of this pattern is that Cereal Bag Makers created a companion pattern called Maya, and that is the same wallet except without the metal clasp. So if you don't want to spend the money, or if you have a hard time finding these, you can actually make this in fabric instead, with a little tab around here that you can put a snap on. So very cool. I'm going to be trying that pretty soon. The next one, this is the Wisteria wallet from Blue Khaled Patterns. This is my second time making it. The first one, if you notice, there are a lot of pieces all over this wallet. And the more pieces that you have, the more opportunity there is for error. So you have a lot of seam allowances to get right, a lot of cutting to get right. And if something goes awry, you end up having the wallet being off square. And that's what happened the first time around. Fortunately, my daughter thought the wallet was just fine and she's currently using it. But I wanted to try it again. So I did. I got this cute cat fabric. I think it's from Dear Stella. And then I got this really cool colored or tinted clear vinyl from My Punk Broidery. And then I just lined it with a solid blue that coordinated. And this one's got these 2 zipper pockets here. It's got a little ID window. And then this vinyl strap here. And this comes in 2 different widths. It snaps down to hold all your cards in place in these lovely card slots. So very cool design. It's a little on the larger side. You may be able to fit a phone into this one, but I like this one a lot. Next one, this is the compact accordion wallet from Spencer Ogg. And she has a really great YouTube channel that I highly recommend. She has some really, really fun tutorials. I find her just really cheerful, and I like her studio. It's very bright and airy. So anyhow, this is an Essex linen, which you'll see a lot of. I didn't realize how much I liked this fabric until I realized that I think 3 or 4 of the wallets over here use the same fabric. But I have a little flip lock on here, and it opens up. And it looks, I mean, it's a tiny bit similar to the NCW in that it's got the little accordion sides. It's got a center coin pocket and 2 bigger pocket areas, and then it's got the card slots and a bigger pocket there. Except this one uses individual fabric pieces for the accordion sides instead of a big one that you then fold up in a certain way and then either sew or rivet down. So this is another good pattern. I like it a lot. It's another compact one that I prefer. All right, next I want to show you this one. This is the Winslet wallet from Hold It Right There Patterns. And I just recently discovered them, and I have 2 of their wallets here to show you. But the first is the Winslet. You can see it's quite a sizable wallet. You could even add a wristlet strap to this to use it for quick trips. So you open it up, and it is a trifold. First, I'll show you this top pocket. This would be great for holding a cell phone. And then we've got a little pen holder here using fold over elastic. And then we have a large pocket with 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 card slots. And then the same thing up here, another 8 card slots and a large pocket. So you could definitely be creative with this one, and if you didn't need 2 sets of card slots, you could put something else here completely, like maybe another little zipper pocket, or maybe something if you're someone who carries checks, you could have your checks there. But it's just a really, really cool pattern. I like this one very much. I have another one cut out in a different fabric. And then the other hold it right there pattern that I have here, this is the Clarendon crossbody wallet. Now, this is obviously quite large. It's almost, I mean, it's borderline a purse. So, quite a big one here. I used an Essex canvas on the back and some of the accents, and then this really cool cat print fabric from Sarah Golden. So first up, we have a pocket on the outside, and then when you open it, it's got a magnetic snap, and there's another zipper pocket on this side. So very, very, very spacious. And then here is a main area, and it has a little slip pocket in there. And then what makes it a wallet is this front panel right here. We've got yet another pocket, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 8 card slots right here. So this one is for people who maybe want to be really organized and also don't carry a whole lot. And then it's got this detachable strap. So this one, I mean, you could use it on an everyday basis, or if you're going on a trip, you can just throw it into a larger bag and then it's still keeping all your stuff organized. All right, so I'm going to move on to this one. This is the only wallet pattern here that I really just dislike. This is the Demi wallet by Lynn's Handmade. And what I've noticed in various Facebook groups is that the larger version of this wallet, which is the Maryland wallet, it comes very highly recommended. It's very popular. And what I think happened here, first let me show you the wallet. It's a very compact design, and this one opens up all the way instead of having the accordion sides. So it's got our flap, and then you turn it over and you've got a holder for your paper money. It has 2 different clear ID windows, and I use the purple tint, also from my embroidery, and these gorgeous Juicy Juice fabrics. And then it has a few card slots, and then around back is a zipper pocket that requires a handbag zipper, and that would be for your change. So it's a pretty basic wallet, nothing too fancy. The issue that I have with this, though, is the way it was constructed. So let me explain. So at the end of this construction process, you need to open this up, the zipper pocket, and then the pocket lining inside is not sewn together yet at that point. You have to take a piece of Peltex, which is this whole size, shove it in there, which that's fine, that's a common thing. But what you also need to do is you have to install this magnetic snap then. Not while this is a separate piece on its own, but you have to somehow, and I have small hands, and like with the zipper tabs and everything, this opening is so narrow that it was nearly impossible to get that snap installed. And I'm scrunching up the wallet, I'm trying to shove my hand in there and trying to put the Peltex over the prongs, and I really don't think I succeeded. And it was just miserable. It was such a pain. And I think what happens is that since this is modeled after the Maryland wallet, which is a much wider wallet, the construction for that to stick your hand inside a wider zip pocket to install a snap, that I could see as being more practical. In this situation, it was not. It was miserable. I'm never making this wallet again. I didn't even bother top stitching. I was just really, really annoyed. The other issue that I had with it was the instructions. The photos are of a black wallet, so you can hardly see any of the details in there. And the instructions don't mention that there is a YouTube video made by the designer where she walks you through everything. Knowing that ahead of time would have saved me a lot of aggravation. But moving on, this is another wallet from Emmeline Bags. This is the road trip wallet. And this one, as you can see, it's very, very large. I did not realize that so many people like super large wallets. So I tend to travel light, so I am not one of those people. But in any case, here it is, and it has I think 3 different closure options. So that's the one I chose, obviously. And then it opens up, and it's got a very, very, just so many pieces. So many pieces. There's actually a piece in here that is missing. There is a piece that is sewn into this seam right here that kind of flops freely, and it's a clear ID pocket on both sides. I just could not get that thing to look good to save my life. It just went in the trash. And this is my second time making this wallet too. I mean, it came out a little better the second time around. And then I for the card pockets, I alternated them. These are, instead of one large long piece of fabric, these are all separate individual pieces with separate individual interfacings on them. So this wallet takes a while to cut out. So I didn't have enough of the yellow, so that's why I alternated, and it looks cool anyway. So those are going in separate directions. You have to make sure that you keep the wallet this way so your cards don't slip out. Or you could just turn this panel around so they're all facing the same way. And then at the top of each side, there is a zipper pocket here. So I'll show you that. That's definitely large enough to fit a phone. Maybe if you're someone who has like a personal cell phone and then a work cell phone, you could keep them both in here. And the other change that I made was you're supposed to put some fusible fleece inside the main portion. I forgot, so it's fine without it. Anyway, this is an Essex canvas, and then this is another Allison glass print. So, all right, I'm going to show you this one now. This is the Essex wallet from Sotak. It's S-O-T-A-K, handmade. And I'll put links in the description to all these patterns, by the way. And I love this wallet. This is my personal one. I liked it so much that I made a second one the next day, and my sister bought it from me. So we're all fans. So it has this little snap closure, and it opens up. And then you can see it's got 8 card slots. It's got a little slot for either paper money or whatever else you want to keep in there. And then on the side here, it has a zipper pocket, and that zipper pocket reaches all the way to the back. So if you didn't want it to be that deep, you could always do a seam down the center, but I like it that way. So yeah, huge fan of this. This only required fusible woven interfacing, nothing else, like no Peltex or fleece or anything. So very simple. Big fan. This one I finished yesterday. This is the Zip Around Town wallet from Dog Under My Desk Patterns. So this was difficult. Very, very difficult. I'm not 100% in love with the result. But it's not the fault of the pattern designer at all. It's just, this is a difficult wallet. This is not for a beginner. So we'll start with a little spine here. You can see I like this fabric a lot because I used it on the Winslet wallet as well. And it's got a detachable wrist strap. And then let's unzip it. And then you can see here, it's pretty large. It's got 6 card slots, and these are just 2 squarish pieces of fabric, so not a lot of accordion folding needed for this one. And then it's got an optional ID pocket here. And then we have our zipper pocket, so you can put your change in there, and then a spot here to put your cash, or you could hide a cell phone in there. And then you can see I got a couple spots where it's a little crooked, but whew, this was very difficult to make. So I'm proud of the result, even if it's not perfect. And you can see it's quite large. This is definitely something you could just use to run errands with. All right, and I think we just have this one left. All right, and I actually have 2 of them. This is the Gentleman's Wallet, and it's from Sewing Patterns by Mrs. H. These are the third and fourth wallets like this that I've made. I made one for my husband, and I want to say it's maybe, I don't know, a year or two ago. He's still carrying it daily. It's held up very well. It still looks great. I use the same black wax canvas for all four of the wallets. I just like it. It looks very masculine, and it wears well. It's just a real nice classic look. And this one is one that I made as instructed. It could use a good press, but I'm just nervous because of the wax canvas. I don't want to melt it. But anyhow, you've got 1, 2, 3 card slots over here, and then we have 2 over here, one of which is an ID window. And then there are 2 little side pockets here, and then a paper money slot right here. And actually in the original pattern, there's another, like kind of like a divider here. And I just left it out because it gets really bulky under the machine if you're using wax canvas. But I'll show you on this one, it has that. You can see right here. This is how it's intended. And then the hack for this one I found in the Mrs. H Facebook group is to replace the pockets here, or at least one of them, with the zipper pocket. So you can see right there, if you have some little short zippers, it's a good way to use them up. I'm just not sure I think it's a matter of preference if you wanted a zipper pocket badly enough to lose one of your card slots, because there aren't that many to begin with. So, but it's nice to have that option. So, I'd love to hear if you've made any of these wallets and what you think of them, and if there are any other wallet patterns that you'd like me to try and give you my thoughts on. As for me, as you might have guessed, this is my favorite. It's so easy to make. It's perfect for my needs. I don't like to carry a lot of stuff, and it's just wonderful. And I like wallets overall, excuse me, because it's a good way to challenge yourself, because you have to be very precise with your seams. There's so many available. I mean, there's so many besides what I'm showing you here. And they don't take a lot of fabric, so you can use these, or make these using scraps. Like if you make a larger bag, you can, make the leftovers. Oh, I just realized there's one that I missed. All right. This is the front and back envelope wallet from Sincerely Jen Patterns. I can't believe I almost forgot it. So you can see right here, it's got this little envelope design. And then this is, it's kind of like a bifold with a flap. We got our cash pocket. We've got our card pockets, more of the lemon fabric. And then another one there, and then a clear pocket. And then a little zipper pocket at the end. So this one was really fun to make, and it uses really small scraps of fabric, so this is an excellent scrap buster. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful. Click the like button if you liked watching this video and want to see more just like it. And thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.